Hey everyone, welcome back to the official TGG YouTube channel. This video will have some awesome Phoenix lineups using his mollies and walls for Icebox. Icebox is a tiny map with loads of angles to appear from, so being able to block off a bunch is crucial. So make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below your favorite lineup of the video. Let's get into it. With Phoenix, you need to understand that although he is a duelist, he can do very well defensively with his hot hands and blaze. These are the two abilities we will focus on in this lineup guide, so pay close attention. First, we will begin on the attacking side by attacking a site. This will be the hot hands molly lineup for a site generator. You will need to begin just below a pipes and a nest on the edge of the choke point. Line up the edge of the wall in front with the edge of the generator. Aim at the top right corner of the wall in front of you, run forward a step, and jump throw the hot hands. The molly will drop right behind a generator, so if you peek as it drops, any defender lurking here will have to jump out and you can grab a quick kill. It wouldn't be a TGG lineup guide without a post-plant lineup. So this post-plant lineup utilizes Phoenix's hot hands once again, and will land in the default plant position. At the bottom of a nest on the wall, you will see a bunch of lines. Stand next to line 3 from the right on the bottom row. Turn around and aim at the light beam on the ceiling, just above a site. Place your crosshair in the middle, so it is in line with the line on the roof going through the light. Once again, you will need to run forward before you throw the hot hands. This lineup is great for safely preventing a defuse without having to engage in a gunfight. Just be careful of enemies flanking from behind. Moving over to B site attacking lineups for Phoenix on Icebox. This time we'll be using Phoenix's Blaze to get your team over to B yellow. Stand just on the edge of B cubby and aim at the crane behind B site. You need to place your crosshair just below the metal railing on the side of the crane. Once you throw your Blaze, you can easily get your team over to B yellow. This also allows you to get to the box by B yellow, meaning enemies will have multiple new places to watch out for. Once again, for this lineup, we'll be using Phoenix's hot hands in a post-plant situation. This time, however, the hot hands will land on the default plant position for B site. Stand next to the back left corner by B yellow. You want to be in line with the left edge of B yellow. Aim up at the crane above. This time, place your crosshair at the tip, where the orange turns gray. Aim at the bottom of this point. The hot hands will drop down on the default plant position, and whilst a tactic for defenders is to sage wall off the spike for a safe defuse, this will make that wall irrelevant. On Icebox, lineups can change a game. If you know even a couple, then you are bound to get more favorable situations than your enemies. We have Icebox lineup guides for a bunch of other agents in Valorant, including Viper, Raze, Brimstone, Killjoy, KO, Sova, and Fade 2. Now for the defensive side lineups for Phoenix on Icebox. We're headed back over to A site. This first one will be a hot hands lineup that will land on the ultimate orb and block off the whole entryway from below a nest to A site. Stand against the wall behind a generator. You should be in line with the green box on A site. Aim at the small gap in the wall above a nest right in the middle. You want to simply throw this hot hands normally. The hot hands molly will land right on the ultimate orb, and more importantly, slow down any push from the enemy attackers, giving your team enough time to rotate. You do not need to be incredibly accurate with this hot hands, just make sure to get it off quickly before attackers push past the choke point. The final lineup for defending A site is a Blaze lineup. This Blaze wall will do the same thing as the previous hot hands lineup and slow enemies down like crazy. This is also the simplest lineup we have. Stand against the corner of a generator and aim across to the other side of a site. Your crosshair should be just against the edge of the wall with the K on it. This will also allow your team to reposition if need be. The final lineup of this whole Phoenix Icebox lineup guide is a hot hands lineup for defending B site. This will land on the ultimate orb by B green, slowing down an enemy push as we did on A site. Stand in front of B yellow, just in line with the left side of the white container in front of you. You should be out in the open. Aim at the crane above and locate the diagonal orange beam that looks dirtier than the others. Your crosshair needs to go on the circular joint, connecting it to the rest of the crane. If you are struggling, just watch how we do it. That will be 10 times easier. Throw the Hot Hands Molly and you will see it lands, preventing any push out of B Garage or around it to B Green. This will force enemies to wait or rotate. That is all from us for Phoenix lineups on Icebox. If you fancy checking out more Phoenix lineups so you can master the Fire God himself, then check out other Phoenix lineup guides for every other map in the game. These are Ascent, Bind, Haven, Breeze, Split, Fracture, and Pearl. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and comment if you knew any of these down below in the comment section. We will catch you all next time.